Setting all things up. A whole hour early, but well. I kinda did say that this week would be special. It is. Very special. Very special indeed. Let us not worry about it overly much though, because well, we can't change it anyway. And where though yeah, of course you have not loaded. Who am I kidding? That was to be expected. Now, let's set everything up, and I need some good fashioned relaxing music, which I will get in a very short time. Thank you, little game. Thank you very much for that. Your music will be appreciated by yours truly. Also, I might sound a bit tired. It is because I actually just finished eating, and today I actually, well, did the usual very haphazard way of cooking. But well, I basically made myself some, some baked vegetables, and I made a bit much, honestly. Kinda, feeling a bit, it's laying a bit heavy in my stomach, so to speak. Excuse me if I sound a bit, tired. Should go away very soonish. We should go away indeed. I need to change things around. And when we're very lucky, we will actually get to see something. We will. This, my dear little ones, is rather obviously a picture of Zeiss itself. After milk coffee. I really would like to drink it black, but my stomach would probably what if I start picking the up again. Phew. Okay. So, nice picture actually. That's the silver fabric in the background and the escalator in the foreground. I don't know what those little things. I think it's generators on the sides of the escalator. I'm assuming. No. Without much further in the way of ado, let us actually, get inside the game, so I can give you a bit of an overview where we are and what we're doing. Oh, as you might remember last time we were, well, busy running around for Professor Russell, collecting all of the cool nonsense in order to get shit done, basically. Or well, rather to find out what we can actually do or not do with the black orpiment. Turns out we can't really do much, honestly, because we don't get really into that thing. Well, so far, so good, so bad. That's what they say. Skull pendant and feather brooch. No, not a bad idea. Skull pendant and feather brooch. I think that's, yeah, against feint and death blows. That are two things that are very much dangerous. But yeah, so we again got on the good internet to use a combustion engine. This nice little beauty here, absolutely not looking heavy as fuck. To outsmart the little black augment, which has a tendency to shut down other augments, so using an augment tool is not really a workable solution. Which we did, we got it, we got some gasoline, we started scratching it when we got the nice little load that apparently something in the nice little hot spring town of Elmo has been breaking down, and well, since Professor Russell can't be asked to go down there, he is sending a little teacher down there, little red one here, and we're going to accompany her to make sure she doesn't get eaten by a monster. Now, that is main progress stat. What we're going to do is we're going to start, well, basically going first and foremost into the guild and see if we have new quests available, and once we have checked that out, we're gonna start, running around and talking to people again. Making the long round. Oh, but first we get a scene, okay? So, Elmo, sounds kinda fun. Yes, a hot spring there, right? You're right. It's a really nice place. My grandpa's taken me there a few times. Well then, let's head out. Just go out to the south entrance, right? Right, and just follow along the south road to get there. Okay, let's go. I have a plan, and honestly, I'm basically just here for some relaxing music and hopefully some relaxing later. We're gonna continue probably at first in the next episode with the main quest 9. So if you're after that, you do feel free to come back. I'm not trying to force you. Road testing. Okay, if you think it are up to the task, come see me in my level 24th floor. This is a factory, haulage village, a haulage village, Yeah, a haulage village. A haulage vehicle of basic language. The to the Wolford hasn't arrived yet, but it was supposed to ages ago. This from this branch is serving as its escort, but I fear they may have run into trouble. Please search the Tread Plains Road. Okay. Fortunately, I'm looking for a powerful ingredient to be used in the new menu items. Anyone with appropriate items on hand, please bring them to me. I'm extremely busy, however, so please do not seek me out for details or clarification. Okay, that's, excuse me, interesting. Smoker's Revolt. It appears that someone has filched some cigarettes that were being stored in a cabinet in the clinic. Please find the dirty crook who did this, ASAP. See me on the first floor of the clinic for witness and info and possible suspects. Dum dum dum. And a new monster quest. A ferocious monster known as Mercury Viper. That sounds like a snake. Has been spotted roving the River Roadway. Blizzard from this project requests to deal with the threat immediately. Well, seems like we have an assload of jobs to do, and well, we shall of course do so. First, let's see if we have anything new that. Actually, I have 2 PO3. I can sell one of those. Yeah, I'm always, Might not sound like much, but I do kind of like to keep things, somewhat orderly. Broad Edge, that's the one from AGT. Oh god, you monster! But no. I might look a bit rough around the edges, but technically speaking, he's not a bad guy. Which also, since we now have, once again, a teacher in our team, we of course shall go back into the factory and start from there. A little round of talks, but main problem is we have yet to actually get slots open, one of them. Well, the last one is missing. Probably can only do this after we have done some of the questing, and well, since as long as we don't, run straight out of out into Elmo, we should not really progress, so there shouldn't be much of a problem of missing something. Actually, I'm kind of feeling... Ah, yeah, that is. A bit of sound fine-tuning. I don't know, my ears are special that way. I just had to give Rudy a scolding, something fierce. The boy just spaces out and completely forgets his work. He didn't used to be so bad. Well, he got so bad when you, stopped seeing a man, and now he thinks he has a chance. It's... man can be strange sometimes. Also in the way we show affection. Yeah, our affection. Our affection. That's the word I was fucking looking for, until it has decided to leave my brain for a short moment. I don't think there's any reason to go all the way back to... Good job, loser. Man, Faye really chewed me out. But she thinks I'm totally worthless. He just broke up with that guy too. I want chats. Better blew it. That was that advice I once was. You can potentially turn a situation like this around, because as long as the woman actually talks to you, I'm already one step further than most other people or something. I remember somebody getting a pep talk like this, and I was like, well, your argument is not only not very logically sound, that would also mean that the very act of spitting in my face would probably be a plus on in your perspective. I mean, I knew what he was trying to do. He was trying to spin it nice. Oh boy. Not always is communication the advantageous situation. What? Are you serious? One of the researchers on the Opal Engine project quit. Yes. We thought we had talked him into reconsidering, but apparently there were circumstances. This official resignation. Oh no, no just came today. I see. This is the problem. This whole project was to be for ESA. If we can't get this started, our hopes of actually using ESA are finished. No, I know. We can't keep the old model engine in the ESA. To understand how quickly we need to find a replacement. We should look at this as a chance to get a fresh point of view on the project. That's a fucking positive spin. This resignation business is a serious problem. We need to get the project moving ahead. Nothing we can do about getting him back now. We should look at it as an opportunity. I mean, another positive spin on things. Hello, Tito. I heard about what happened at the inn in Elmo from the factory chief. You're going to Elmo, I hear. Yes, right. I've had before. No, it makes sense I had to go. Yes. You also have a responsibility to protect you on your trip. We'll see you there safely. I wanted to contact the Spracer Guild. Please see you to it that Tito arrives safely in Elmo. No worries. Shall we go then? I'm only contacted. Yes, we shall make sure she arrives. I'm so confused. All I did was ask for a heating ointment and they handed me this telephone book. All these different models. I don't have a clue where I should start looking. There's really this many different kinds of ointments just for eating. I'm so confused. Like an old man going into, you know, some of these phone stores and going like, I want a fucking telephone that's mobile. The book looks like, here we have basically all of them. Anything the matter? We can get to Elmo Hot Springs by using the gate at the south side of town. I know, Mr. Factory Chief, I know. It's just my business to run around and disturb people. Basically. Oh, so that's the infamous Wilmot from Operation. Never seen him before. He doesn't look like much, does he? You know, he looks like the kind of guy who's always washing his hands and stuff. Okay, then why is he fucking infamous? I believe the Capel's effectiveness was directly related to the Orb shutdown. I believe that when the Orbment shut down, it was able to do a complete reset. Could use that as a new maintenance technique. You mean a reboot? Okay, to be fair, this is a world that does not have yet any sort of computer, so I guess it would take a while to get used to the idea of, you know, just shutting it down to help it. Not really something you usually do. Just shutting down and restarting. I think we should compact the barrel more. We're not taking full advantage of the high oval pressure threshold. Yes sir, that's true. But not doing so make the oval unit too top-heavy. What if this configuration is better given its current housing and balance? That may be true, but it's not part of my design philosophy. I'm trying to maximize output within our technical limits. Yes sir. That sounds like a terrible recipe. Just should we also factor usability into our design? That lowers efficiency. No, actually not, it higher efficiency. It makes efficiency even a thing. Louis, we need you to start pushing limits more like a proper engineer. Yes sir. Oh Louis, she's like, I'm the only reasonable one here, everybody else is a nutcase. Because, you know, if you create the biggest, most badass weapon in the world and nobody can use it, it's not fucking worth much now, is it? Some engineers. I mean, I get it, you like, go like, I want to see the limit, how far can I push this, but please make it usable. According to this data, it snowed up during the blackout, all up and suddenly and utterly ceased activity. This whole incident has reminded me of one thing, and that's just how much we still do not understand about our technology. Yeah, but it's not really uncommon to use technology that you are not too knowledgeable about. Oh, everybody has left the workshop. Thanks in advance. As long as you get there, teacher can do all the work. Good luck. Don't worry, it's going to take us like probably an hour or so to actually get some progress done, but a bit of an idiotic say because it should be obvious, but the last thing you want to do is fucking rush in a fucking RPG. What is it? If you're looking for Ray, he's out to lunch. No. We checked out the bulletin board and oh, I see. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're here. My name's Sherry. I'm a researcher here at the Central Factory. I'm Mr. Research Training. I'm Joshua. It's nice to meet you. Likewise. Getting straight to business, I have a task for you. Do your schedules allow for it? Yes, side quests are always nice. Sure, I don't see a problem with it. Request said that you needed help with testing a new style of sneakers. Could you give us a little more detail? No, certainly. But first here. Received. Alpha! Strigger. I don't know why I found the alpha suddenly, but the way it's just in parentheses is kind of like, you know, alpha! It's like a sound effect that you get. This is your new kind of sneaker. Yes, the Strigger Corporation is conducting research on new projects to bring to the market. This particular test requires you to wear these prototypes around to various places. On the successful completion of this test, all that will remain is to put them into production. I see. Yay! Just a second, buddy. Did you just say the Strigger Corporation? Yes. So then this new line of sneakers. Yes, it's the Strigger Corporation's newest product. Didn't I just say all this? Still suddenly gets... I mean, it kind of reminds me of one of these young kids who gets all starry-eyed over there. sneakers. Never understood that. I might have been basically wearing, you know. Actually, is that called in English? I don't know. The normal, you know, half shoes you wear for suits. Now those ones from one specific brand I have been wearing for like decades at this point. Right, yes. Thank you for bestowing upon me yes, this magnificent job. Everybody else is like, are you alright? Lady Sunprayer. Don't mind her. Sounds something of a sneaker collector. More to the point, she pretty much adores these Striker brand ones. Oh, I get it now. Oh, so you might say she is sneaker mania, then. Man, that joke fell flat, doesn't it? I was just a little taken aback by her reaction. Still, would you snap out of it? I hear that you're excited, but we do have work to do. Yes, you are correct. Well, you certainly have spirit. A scary amount, in fact. So you will do the rest. The test. Please don't pray at me again. Yes, absolutely. See what I mean? It's alright, please proceed. So we'll take on the job. You want us to wear these shoes everywhere we go? Yes, that is correct. From the Elmo Spa to the Wolf Fort, all the way to the Sunktime Gate. When you feel you've tested them out properly, bring them back to me. Okay. The layer between the sole and the insole is my responsibility, so I have to see how it holds up. So you need us to report back when we have the chance. Yet, at least. Now, see if you can wear them out. Just leave it to me. If you'll excuse us. Yeah. Talk. Okay, whenever you're ready, we need stress tests, so feel free to stomp around. Which, please, we are in actual combat most of the time. They are bad. Although I do like how the text is like made for Estelle. I'm pretty sure Estelle has personally changed the inventory description to like mine. I can totally foresee this actually. She'll go in there stretching out some parts and going like, yes, these were made specifically for me. Nobody else, do not even try. Yeah. And another one. I swear. This time, you're not getting away. Hey, Dr. Miriam. Hey there. Oh, good afternoon. Oh my, so many of you. I saw your posting on the bulletin board. You might help we introduce ourselves, huh? I'm Estelle, Junior Bracer. And I'm Joshua, also a Junior Bracer. Heard that there might be a case for us here. Yes, I'd certainly say so. Wait a second, I need to click something. I always hate it that it breaks the music actually, that's kinda annoying. If you can, it'd be ideal if you started your investigation at once. Do you think it'd be possible? Yes. Okay then. I know this is urgent, but can you provide us with any more details? Well, it's not a complicated tale to tell. Someone took the cigarettes that were in this cabinet. This is a medicinal office. Why would you even have cigarettes here? Under my supervision, this factory has observed a no-smoking policy for the last several years. That, dear Dr. Miriam, if this were a different game, would mean you would get a fucking headshot from my perspective, because, you know, I've been a smoker, and I am now pretty much a no-smoker, and still, I can absolutely understand that people want to, you know, do their work and fucking smoke. I'm now health risk, all of this nonsense, but still. For fuck's sake, the way it has seeped into every bloody aspect. Even I can't even go to my own store and fucking smoke a cigarette without getting some fucking stink eye. Ugh. Pain in the fucking ass. Any confiscated tobacco is kept in here. Which would mean that anyone who's had anything confiscated is immediately a suspect. Since what was taken probably belongs to that individual to begin with. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm inclined to agree. It took so much work to get the smoking ban established. If I just let this go, it will completely undermine the entire policy. First of all, we should talk to the people that were smokers to begin with. Would you happen to know who that would be? My first suggestion would be Supervisor Travis from Operations. He's always been a heavy smoker. Plus, he's never really accepted the ban, so I'd say he's got a motive. Okay, sounds like a good place to start. I'll make a note of it. It's also Hugo in the design room. I think he's currently arranging a meeting in the first floor lobby. The people who've worked here the longest tend to be the smokers. Okay. So there's Trails from the operations room and Hugo on the first floor. Is there anything else you can tell us? If not, we can go ahead and get started. But I don't know if it will be of any use to you. There was an eyewitness. Well, that would make it a lot easier, wouldn't it? And I can already assume. It might be a lead. And who was this eyewitness? He's right behind you. Antoine? Yeah, go! Well, a cat. I did say I wasn't sure it would actually help. Bet you did. But Antoine's a really smart cat. He might remember who took the cigarettes. Yes, but he can't communicate, little teacher. Indeed, if you bring him along on your search, he might provide you with a useful clue. Might not have as good a sense of smell as a dog, but it's quite impressive. It's the hope anyway. We'll bring along some fresh milk. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to follow you. Instead of the lack of Elsa clues, I'd like to try. Sure, it can't hurt. Technically can't. You're running around with a nice little cat. Could be fun. Find anything of note, we'll be back to let you know. I'll be waiting. Whoever did this absolutely must be caught. We should be able to provide any important hint. The general goods store sells fresh milk. Keep it first. Can't I have any fresh milk in my inventory? Ingredients? Okay, I basically have everything. Fresh egg? I actually don't have any fresh milk. That's surprising. I'm thinking. Actually, I know now. I do know how to solve this quest. I know where that ends. I'm sorry, I'm going to shorten this a bit, basically. Hello everyone. Did you find what you were looking for? Okay, I could ask him about the cigarettes. Hello again. Did you find what you were looking for? Oh yeah, we did. We're just looking for something different now. Different. Yes, some cigarettes were taken from the clinic. Someone actually did that. Imagine you're being kept pretty busy. Have you been in the clinic at any time today? No, I haven't. I've been here all day. Welcome to search the room if you want. He doesn't seem suspicious. Yeah, I think he's a dead end. Well, I'm still under suspicion. Sorry to have taken up your time. We'd appreciate your future cooperation with our investigation. Sure, no problem. The way you are going to solve this problem is basically by, you take a little, whatchamacallit, little Antoine with you and, well, start basically running around the building and talking to people until he reacts, and that kind of leads you to a certain place. And, well, I'm not too sure I actually need little Antoine for this. I mean, also we kind of need to go to all the way back to Thingy Burp. I know, old man. Just kind of wanted to be smart about it, but well, thought I was trying to be a bit too smart. Now, two things you need to do, and that is something I actually do remember. For the maximum amount of BP on the product testing sneakers, because they, of course, it's not telling you all the locations. It'd be too easy. You actually need to go all the way back to Erletten, which means we need to run all the way to the tunnel. And I want to get that out of the way now. So we now have that out of the way. Also, oh right, I haven't really equipped little teacher with stuff yet, have I? Augment, data teacher. Space cards. I kinda wanna set this up differently now that I have in my thingy, but actually it was interesting because Tita is technically speaking not much of a caster. She's a lot more of a a physical attacker basically, which you wouldn't assume first and foremost, because you know small little water little ones are usually well, very much more the ants kind of guys. But she has a big cannon. Well, an old saying. Yeah, that was not the button. Where's the bloody button? There's the bloody button. Kinda forgot the button for a second. And they do say, you know, witches love cannons. There's a reason for that. They do. But who doesn't? To be fair. Right now, the checkpoint is just maintaining contact. Yesterday, all of the openings and eyes just shut off. Same thing happened to Rune. The Langland Bridge would be stuck in raised position. It would actually be raised in the bloody raised position. Bit of a problem, that one. Apparently something strange happened in Zeiss last night. One of the openings just stopped working. I wonder if that's really true. Yeah, we can't go back, I know. Was a fatty little hard to swallow. Yeah, it is hard to swallow, but it actually happened. I heard about Zeiss. Sounds like things are pretty fuba there. The technologically advanced town, by Liberalian standards, so this is pretty unexpected. If openings completely stop working, everyone would be at a standstill, I guess. If you kinda cute, how did you have to go all the way back anyway? Because, well, we kinda wanted to talk to people. You heard about the situation in Zeiss. Apparently all of their openings have stopped working. Yeah, pretty major stuff right there. Actually, since I can see the monsters not in ruin in Zeiss. Where is it? Cully, a limestone cave. Oh, the tunnel. Are you dropping perchance? Any one of you perchance dropping? Yeah, you are dropping green ones, okay. Because that means it's actually useful for us to fight to get the last point so we can get the Peter slot unlocked. Come on in. I guess something big is going on in Zeiss. The opens shut down. And what's the world coming to? I had a rumor there's an experiment at the central lab was the cause. But what kind of experiment could actually do that? One with a very experimental and unknown operament, for example. What happened last night in Zeiss is of particular interest to the army. I bet that the intelligence agencies are pulling their hair out over this case. First priority is to get everything back to normal as soon as possible. Central lab in Zeiss is a crucial asset for the monarchy. Well, I mean, yes, most definitively, that thing is probably what's going to decide what's going to be the technological standard for the next decade or so. No, and since we haven't really had an opportunity to do so, let us actually murder a few creatures along the way and try and get some green ones. Some windy zippeat out of this. Also, Jesus Christ, I kind of forgot that I had leveled up quite a bit by training with the shiny bombs. Well, that I did too, also just to get zippeat, so yeah. It's all a giant race about the zippeat. So far not really much success. I only need 8 years or so. Well, I mean, worst case scenario, I can always just try to actually has... Peter, you have not really what you need you to do, because you don't have Shadow Spear. Otherwise we would have actually 3 Shadow Spears, which would make farming the firms probably quite a bit easier. Now that I think about it. Noise over Vegeta. I can see you're going places. Still not what we want, but alas. Whole point is when you can't change the situation, just take it. Boom! Yeah, you just take your little Earth Guard. It's like, well, I'm going to choose you now. I'm sitting there like, no, please don't. You're disturbingly tentacly. Yeah, really some nice music pieces in this one though. I have to give them that much. They really do know how to Keep you entertained musically. Neatly. Also, we're not that far away, technically speaking. Just a few more little green ones would be enough. And that is indeed one of the monsters that actually gives them. You go down. You go down. One more would be enough. And there actually is one. It's like, ouch, wanna juice you up now. It's actually nice to do some actual combat again, because, well, I think we have like 2 episodes at this point that are basically just talking. So having some combat mixed in is actually kind of nice. And we still need to go into the town and actually kind of want to do the quests that we can get rid of immediately, like the Smoker quest. I mean, technically we're also doing the sneaker quest right now, which just requires us to wear the fucking sneakers while we run around and go to different places. Like, for example, Latin. Basically, you need to go to every corner in the world, including the hot spring village, including the what's it called? The Wolf Gate, I think, is the right one. I think actually it is the Wolf Gate. But you can also talk to him. I think. Are you the right one? No, you're the one. Okay. Not talk like talk, but ask about cigarettes. Hey, what is it? Sorry, but I'm in the middle of something important. Come back later if you need me. I guess there's nothing we can do right now. They seem to be in a meeting. No, it's not the best time to bother them. Oh, yeah, right, before we forget. The slot. The slutty slot needs to be opened. It is opened now. Actually, augment. Let's put it on. Actually, I kind of think I have an idea of what I wanna, how I wanna set this up. I'm always one click to aren't I? Oh, Tita, can I give you the eagle eye up here? I'm pretty sure I can. Yes, I can. Good. Since you really don't have the HP, I give you HP. We have move, don't we? Yes, we have move. Wait. I should make this smart and go like move. I'm looking for one other thing. Yeah, I kinda wanna do it because then you get white Gehenna again, and I do need my white Gehenna. Can I actually get this out? Because then I can give you haze, which should do well, and I think actually, since you are basically just an attacker, I think an attacker is actually not a bad thing. You can stay like this because it gives you white Gehenna. And you have Lat here, it's not bad. It's not ideal, I kinda would like to play around a bit more, but honestly it's going to be enough. But before we actually run through town and talk to people, let's actually try to get the essential factory done. Which only really requires us to get some fresh milk and... Oopala. Get shit done, boy. Fresh milk. Usually I have fresh milk in my inventory because, well, I know why. I used it for one of my recipes, but I guess I've gotten so used to actually using max amount of stuff to make, well, money with and then just, you know, get rid of it, so... I guess in this one particular case it has actually bitten me in the ass. Just once. Just once though. I think we're right... No, fuck. Is it next floor? I was getting confused where the fucking clinic is. Here you want to? Yeah, mummy, nummy. Nummy milk? I don't get it. Like Nico! Temporary team member! Assemble! Boom, 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 boom. Shit, I need to go one further down, don't I? Yes, yes I do. You idiot, don't forget that. Huh. Does anything seem strange about this door to you? This room is... yeah, unlikely, but let's head on in and make sure. Alright. Yeah. Let's try to find the key. It's gotta be in here somewhere. Sure thing. Talking about finding the key while we're sitting right next to the guy who we are now. Meet the book on the desk. Found. Backroom key. What's wrong? Antoine. Why are you so fuzzy? Yeah. What's this? Looks like we found the culprit. Yeah. What are you talking about? Mr. Murdoch, you went to the clinic today, didn't you? No, I didn't. I'm currently looking for the cigarettes that were taken from there. Would you mind if we search this room for a bit? Sure, go ahead. Okay, well, let's get started immediately. Did you find anything? The door's locked. Used backroom key. And hide shit from me. Oh, cigarettes. Found them. Which would likely mean... no, Mr. Murdoch couldn't have. Well, it's a shock, that's for sure. I wouldn't have suspected. No, you've got it all wrong. This is all just one big misunderstanding. I was just going to take one quick puff. Put the rest of them right back in the clinic. Chief Murdoch, thank you also comments explain this to Dr. Miriam. Yeah, you... then again, you are the factory chief, so fuck it. I have to say, I'm simply amazed. I would have suspected you, of all people. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just needed a smoke. I can't really explain it in any other way then, saying that the craving got the better of me. Dr. Miriam, I'm really sorry. Mr. Murdoch, you know perfectly well that the rule has been in place for quite some time. You're right. Coming up on 10 years now. Oh yeah. So, where did these uncontrollable urge come from then? Honestly, I'm not so sure myself. With that old power outage, I've had no end of complaints from the townsfolk. Guess it just got too much and I needed a smoke to help cool me down. I mean, you know. I'm sorry, it's all because of what Grandpa did. Oh no, Tita, yeah, you haven't done anything wrong, so don't apologize. Don't really even have anything to do with the professor. Maybe you should take a little break or something. It seems to me that this was all because of too much stress. I do understand your situation, Mr. Murdoch. I think that I'm willing to forgive and forget in this case. Really? Instead, I'm going to insist that you take a decent break. You're just going to ruin your health if you go on like this. Alright. Once things settle down a little bit, I plan on using some of my vacation time. Still sorry for this whole mess though. It's water under the bridge. You need to focus on your health. I will. You should. I guess I'll be going now. Phew. Yes. Kinda sad. It's not like he was trying to cause any trouble or anything. Be that as it may, the victory is still his responsibility. Oh, that much is true. Oh, I really must thank you all. You've handled this case brilliantly. You're welcome. I think half the credit to go to Antoine, though. Yeah, no kidding. Glad my suggestion bore fruit. I'll trust you'll be nice to him if you should meet him again. Of course. Well, thank you again for your help. I'll be certain to call upon you again should another incident arise. Glad 12. I think we'll be on our way then. See you later. Shoesh, Smoker's revolt completed. Well, it wasn't much of a revolt, just a stressed out man. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate your help in resolving this matter. If you need any help in the future, I'll contact you. I mean, he really didn't hurt anyone. He was smoking basically in his own little private break room in the back. Well, but let's not think about that too much. Now then, we have all of this done. This request is done, so let's go into the city proper and start our little journey. As usual, we're going to go everywhere that is not where we need to go for a quest. Not really surprising, is it? That guy Riemann over there looks like a mechanic, right? Really, the guy's a pilot. Books and cars, right? Yeah, fair enough. He's a pilot. Of course, he only flies the factory ship, but flying's flying, right? I mean, yes. To some degree, though. I don't really want to put the flying a Cessna on the same level as flying a, you know, fucking one of these giant Airbuses or something. You know, theory is the same, at least. But to be the only pilot in the kingdom who flies an oval ship while wearing a maintenance uniform. It's not about looks, though, right? It's about skill. Isn't it kinda cool, then? Nice has so few trees. I'd love to take a trip to see the flowers in the town of Manoria. Yeah, it's a nice town, we were done. Honestly, I can kinda see that being a nice little vacation attraction. Getting some people to come along just for the flowers and relaxing atmosphere. But you already read it, the Nibba News' latest issue. The mayor of Rome got arrested. Turns out he's a total crook. Oh yeah, he is. Marine spy, sky bandits and the Delmore person. What is the world coming to? And you have not the slightest clue. I've been asking that myself for like at least half a year at this point. I'm like, huh, what is the world coming to? Alright. You're going to hell. Every day a bit closer. You wonder why, you know, escapism is becoming more and more popular. Hey, Tita, helping your grandpa out again. Yes, sir. I've got to go to Elmo. Elmo, are you serious? You just get attacked by monsters out there near the Caldea tunnel. This time I have 2 braces for bodyguards. Yeah, I should be perfectly fine. Well, you did bring back the combustion unit. Braces, huh? I thought you were just some loudmouthed little girl. I sure won't have any problems. Have a safe trip. Thank you. Everybody knows little Tita. Hey Tita, be careful. I mean, I guess she's the granddaughter of the world. Well, I guess he's actually world famous Professor Russell, so there's that. Last vacation I went to those waterfalls over in Aletten. Some duke from the royal family was visiting there at the time, all incognito-like, but he still made a gigantic fuss. What a self-absorbed jerk. He ruined my vacation. I don't think all of the royal family are like him, of course. But still, makes you think about how useful fucking he actually is, isn't it? It's the Duke's fault. The royal family's got such a bad name now. But the Queen's birthday celebration used to be peaceful and enjoyable. That pompous, tubby Duke owes me quite festival, damn it. I don't think he's going to do much for that. I mean, I don't think he's necessarily a bad person, just that he's probably grown up with a bit too much of everything. Which is usually going to end up being a problem. Hey, there's a hot spring resort near here. I wanna go see it. But I guess I'll wait until we check this place out a little more. Everything at that Eastern style hot spring resort. Actually, not everything related to the Far East. Oh, I'm so excited. I mean, I guess he's kinda, you know, a bit of an Asia feel, maybe. Hello, Tita, heading out. Yes, ma'am. I'm off to Elmo. I see, busy as ever. You should stop by the hot springs while you're there. My grandfather loves them. Now that I think about it, where is my grandfather? Out and about. You're so lucky, Tita. What? Why? You've got purpose. I'm so bored now. I so love to work at the central factory one day. Professor Russell's there, so I bet it's never boring. Yeah, start fucking studying, I suppose. I'm pretty sure you can start working as an assistant right now, because, well, the professor is a simple person when it comes to it. Elkan's dedicated to the job, and he's good with machinery, but he's hung about efficiency. Efficient yet undependable weapon is a useless weapon. Keep telling him that, but it doesn't seem to sink in. Of course I don't blame Elkan. I blame all these scientists who are rushing in where angels fear to tread. I'm actually a very reasonable man, Mr. Stein. My son's got a point. There's far too much planter space up here, and not enough flowers to fill it. I wonder if Softira would part with a few flowers for me. Total orbital shutdown. Never even seen any records of such an event. Some experiment was to cause. I wonder exactly what kind of experiment it was. With the chance, I'd love to study development using the archives room. Of course, Constance from archives would need to finish reorganizing everything. It's going to take so long to figure out the course. Oh no, the right people already know the course. Let's put it like this. Yeah, that's a reasonable way of putting it, isn't it? Come all this way, we should all say a prayer. What decide us? Thank you for your gift of medicine. Edie, sit still, we're almost finished here. Mommy, are we finished? He's getting a bit impatient. Thought someone had come, but they only needed medicine. As Vixen is too lax on the lack of proper prayers. Oh, Aelius, goddess of the sky, guide and protect your flock. Gotta be the priestess still praying. I mean, that's the start. I know it's grasping straws, but still. Bum, 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 bum. Hello, you two. I feared you're on your way out to Elmo. Yeah, it's right. I guess Hazel's called you guys about it already. That's right. You have your assignment. A support mission for the professor. Elmo may not be that far away, but stay on the alert. We will. Time to get going. See you. We'll return soon. We shall. I don't kinda... Must admit it really designing music at first was interesting, and now it's like, much it grows on you. I just tell Elkan to finish his own boxes, but I can't. Rotting him out to the old man stained look bad too. Yeah, it's a problem. Would you look at that? The main clock is slow. Yes, the record's responsible. Well, I'm sure to take a look at it in a little bit. By the way, I'm pleased to hear Randall's working so hard. Did he start working in a bar? Good old Eager, full of spit and vinegar like usual. Wonder if I could trouble you to look at the clock. I'm running slow since yesterday. Sorry, but I don't trust Randall to work the machinery anymore. Calling the expert to get the job done, right? I mean, yeah, kinda better. Hello, come on in. Today the owner and I had some words again about stocking policies. He just doesn't want us to carry any of the experimental orbital weapons here yet. Tried sticking to my ideas, but in the end it's not my decision, it's his store after all. I really hope Carl brings us a test unit soon. About the only thing I look forward to these days. It's about the only thing I look forward to. It's kinda saddening, man. You should take some enjoyment in your work. Especially if you're a salesperson, mind you. Kinda important part of the business, being, you know, all peppy about it. Or at least a little bit. You don't really need to overdo it, but a bit, you know? Wheat, white, rye, sourdough. Bread is good bread anyway. It would be so much easier. Puzzle and Opal's engineer. I used to buy parts. Parts are statistically clearly labeled. It's so easy to make a choice. Why is it bread like this? I don't think anybody ever thought about it like this. That's the whole point. Yeah, perfect. It's fine as it is. Little by little. Boy, still busy arranging things to look perfect. My wife Ada gets a stiff neck sometimes. She went to the church to get some medicine. Now they're researching medicine at the central factory as well. But I still have nothing on the traditional remedies. That kind of speaks for the church, doesn't it? I mean, they have an time advantage of like a few I don't even know how old is the church actually in this game, but at least, you know, a few hundred years they usually have. Takes science a while to compensate that, let's just say. They will, sooner or later, mind you. When we're working, we usually end up eating traditional foods found in Zeiss. Doesn't have much going for it in terms of subtlety, but if you need something to jolt your head back into the game, Zeiss cooking it is. We'd like to see some measures taken to allow us to choose our meals. Who knows, inspiration can sometimes come from the strangest places. I mean, yeah, Terry is having some serious problems keeping up with us. Shut up in your lab all day isn't the best way to find some inspiration. Help out here when Ursus isn't around. Get so busy here at lunchtime I'll make your head spin. Got customers waiting! Right now Ursus isn't here, so I've got to steer pots. But honestly, cooking can be pretty interesting. I'm coming up with a lot of ideas for new foods. Randall, so what's up? No ingredients. Yeah, hello then. Do we have a minute? We saw the posting on the bulletin board and brought some ingredients. Please let me see. May I see that tomato for a moment? Hand it over the acerbic tomato. Smells nothing like a regular tomato, much stronger than I'm used to. Let me try it. Yeah. What is this? It's terrible. My taste buds have been violated. See, it's just gross. Maybe it'll be good for research, but I can't see anyone wanting to eat it. Well, it sure can't be eaten as is. But it certainly has an interesting flavor and scent. With the right preparations, it could be a useful ingredient for cooking. Maybe. Doesn't it worry you to eat something that nasty? Oh, I found that strongly bitter foods tend to be very good for oneself, when they don't kill you anyway. And traditional Zeissen cooking calls for some very strong ingredients. I'm not sure I want to try that. There, that should be just the right level of bitter, so nicely complement the dish. Yeah, you can be the first to try out my newest dish. Considered my thanks for introducing me to such an amazing food. A tomato sandwich. I think I'll save this for later. Now, need to get back to work. Thanks for everything today. Okay, see you later. Next users. Washed potent ingredients completed. Nice. Thanks for today, you guys. Keep on an eye for my latest creations. I said recovered HP. Learned recipe for tomato sandwich. I mean, that really doesn't sound that difficult. Probably you take some tomatoes, you take some bread of your choice, whatever that choice is, from baguette to rye bread to pretty much everything. Put some lettuce on it, maybe some well, I guess it depends a bit. There are many sauces you could put on there, maybe even a bit of you know, what's it called? Balsamic or something. Important for us to not make our customers feel uncomfortable here. I'm not sure Zeissians know how to be casual and friendly. Take a Might, for example. She's a bit over-enthusiastic. Everyone Zeiss takes things too seriously. Dress me out sometimes. People just don't understand how to give casual service. They take things too seriously. Of course, there are exceptions to every rule. Yes, there are, obviously. There, this room has been sanitized! With a flamethrower, I hope. I hate the word flamethrower, it's such a stupid word. I prefer Flammenwerfer. That's the same meaning, but you know, it just sounds better to my German tongue. What's next? Hallway, closet. They're all unclean. They are in need of purging by flame. I mean, to be fair, if I had a guinea person that takes that much, you know, fun and games in doing their job, I'd probably be very pleased. It's such a nice spacious room. It's definitely worth what we're paying for it. I think I'll take things easy for the rest of the day and finish my business tomorrow. You have been going on a long journey. This place is so cool. Moving stairs, augment clocks. That's what I imagine a city that builds airships would be like in real life. Yeah, but this is basically the... No, it is actually the city in real life. What were you expecting else? I wonder. I don't mind doing the cooking, but Uriel, why do I have to make your bed? I have to finish cooking, I need to get back to the shop. and can handle the place on his own, that's for sure. Hey, Ursus, when you finish making lunch, can you make the bed for me? Louis didn't do it. Ursus is my sister's boyfriend. He's dating her, of all people. I feel sorry for him. Then why do you make his load even worse by making him do the bed and stuff? Then, you know. And he's probably like, well, there's only one bed in this room, and if he's their boyfriend, they're probably, you know, done this maxi times in there a few times. Probably like, oh shit, let's just hope that I don't find any discarded condoms or something behind the bed. It would be a bit annoying to explain to the little one. Like, what is that? Ahem. Things. That's a nice reminder to really make sure that you... Actually, even if you keep your room up, a shift can happen, believe me, I've seen it. Some horrible little accidents can happen. Now then, we have done all of this. What else is to do, actually? That was not the one I was looking for. Knowledge vehicle search and the product testing. Sanctum Gate, yeah. I think we actually need to go to Sanctum Gate anyway, because we need to get some... We need to get to the place anyway to get the sneakers tested out. A bit more. Oh, you're just saying you knew, you said. There should be a big monster around. Yeah, that is. I mean, that's a pretty obvious big monster. Like a nice little save. They've often they said. Exterminate, annihilate, destroy. And you don't really have enough to do. Evil Eye. Penetrating golden glare. Scans for senseless. AT delay. I don't really hit like I want to hit. Nice. They got confused. Black Fang. Jump, little Joshua, jump! And not all of them. He has a very useful little ability, especially because they can hit everything, and confusion sets in. Nice. I mean, it's not going to do much, because, well... Usually the most helpful you could get out of that is if there's others around and they attack each other. Choo! Little Teacher Cannon. Very good ability. Boop. Okay, I take this a bit faster because, well, pretty sure we have this in the back. You know, making use of your little CP attack there is, some would consider a cheap way of doing it, but it's a very workable way of doing it. Sanctum Gate and Soldat Army Road. Now I'm actually thinking again. I think yes, we go first to Sanctum Gate, because we don't have a quest, and I think, in case you've wondered what I was doing, I was thinking about where the fuck the hauling vehicle is. I think that's actually on the Soldat road up, because it's supposed to be going to the border, and Sanctum Gate... It's not the border, well, no, it is part of the border, I think. The Wolf Fort, I think, is where we're supposed to be going. This is the area that actually leads to the Grancel region. And so, we shall, of course, once again run around and talk to people. These are all historical ruins. That's a pretty famous tourist spot. We're kind of used to seeing it every day ourselves. I'm impressed that people built all of this without any help from Orphans. But I was just so keen in all of the buildings. He's just like, well, nice, isn't it? You can climb up here from the Sanctum Gate all the way to the Arnenburg Wall. It's worth taking the time to see at least once. Don't worry, I'm even willing to see it twice. Or thrice, depending a bit on how it goes. Which reminds me that I should have written a fucking email. And I have not yet. Well. Sucks to be me. Guess I will have to do that later. Pete's birthday celebration is coming up soon. Should have a drill to practice police procedure during a busy period of time. I need to file a report to Chief Warrant Officer Dale for that drill. The two bases along the Arnberg Wall, the Sanctum Gate here and the Garuna Gate in the Roland side, are designed to be the capital's ultimate lines of protection. We saw those here and they will be 100% alert at all times. I was at the Garuna Gate and they were not alert at all. Welcome to the Sanctum Gate. Take some time to enjoy the majesty of the Arnenburg Wall while you're here. You will. I mean, it's a nice place. Ah, my, how delicious. Seems to me they're deep based with a few eastern spices to add extra flavor. Creative and thoroughly original flavor character. Honestly, I wasn't expecting much from a little country restaurant like this. This is quite tasty. All of the other dishes on the menu taste as good. Actually, good things about this restaurant. And the menu here can be a little bit exotic. 5-star restaurants like the Anterosa are certainly nice. The charm of places like this is a nice change. I must say, all the service of the 5-star places like the Anterosa is unbeatable. The rustic charm of places like this is a nice change. It actually is. When I was younger, I wanted to work in a big restaurant, but then I got thinking that it was doing just fine right here. I mean, I'm right here in front of my customers, right? I have instant feedback. I have to keep up my game. The best restaurant to work in is one where you're learning. Gotta keep on my toes here. Always got new customers. Why did that tell me got us above to? Don't mind taking things easy. Taker needs to pick up break times better. Yeah, sometimes, you know, people. Mom, who do you think is better? Private Jules or Private Hector? I like Private Jules, but he's a bit too stiff. Dennis is a nice person, but he's a bit weird, you know? Not really my type. Perhaps he's even thought about a woman. Looks are the key to a good first impression, right? Somewhat, yes. Wherever you, I'd be trying to land that cook Sanders. He's hardworking, dedicated, and his eyes don't wander. He might not be much to look at, but he's dependable. That's the most important thing a man can be. He's probably a good listener to boot. Timmy, should you be at work instead of gossiping here? She is sure. Diminishing your own chances, because he's not gonna get recognized as a good worker. Yeah, it can be. The Grand Cell region's just up that way. You won't be able to get in without a pass. Sadly enough, yes, we won't. Yes, I'm afraid I'm busy with official work right now. If you're in a hurry, I suggest you take your questions to someone else in the hall. I see. Yes, proper channels for communication with the capital are important in these times. You're probably planning the celebrations already, aren't you? Probably is, actually. Really. Such a charming little game, though. Really calms me down a nice... I'm so happy. I'm in this beautiful place with the woman I love. The world is a wonderful place. And then comes along some fucking nonsense and you're like, yeah, shit. Valleys and hilltops or something. Just started dating and this is our first trip. Deep in shadows, Weedy. The wall is enormous. Nothing like the garrison at the Verta Bridge checkpoint. Well, no, this was built in a time when, you know, you needed to build massive walls because people had the tendency to shoot cannons at them. Actually, we have changed quite a bit when it comes to that particular facet of warfare, haven't we? Instead of using heavily fortified defenses, we usually tend to go for a more mobile approach, don't we? I mean, I kind of see the charm from a military standpoint. From a people standpoint, though, I would very much rather, you know, to have an established front line far away from my particular housing and be like, okay, now we're steering off the horizon height. My eyes have gotten really sharp as a result. My friends at home think there's something wrong with me, though. It's just a side effect of the job. It's not like I'm sick or anything. Staring out at the horizon day in and day out has really heightened my visual perspicuity. Friends don't like it. They say it's a sign that I'm overworked. Which reminds me, there actually are some exercises to train your vision, isn't there? We had something like this at some point in the past. Can't say that I put much credibility into that, but I guess looking, using your eyes, you know, like any other model in a controlled fashion would probably be a good way to get better, potentially. I don't know. Now then, well, that was the nice little gate. We have done this, so the only thing that's really left is going up the Soldat Road. Also, by the way, I mean, that is probably one word that most people know, because, well, Final Fantasy VII introduced the word Soldat to the world, and Soldat is the German word for soldier. I know, fucking wow, surprising. Not really, but, well, feel enlightened, please. Or something. What else can I say? This is one of the good things actually about the fact that Final Fantasy VII has garnered as much in the way of charm. The thing is, it has done very well for the industry of JRPGs. I mean, we played Breath of Fire. You know how the translation and stuff worked before the breakthrough that was Final Fantasy VII. After that, you get things like Golden Sun that are, well, even just stuff like Breath of Fire 3 and 4 on the PlayStation 1 later on. Major difference. It's like a complete overhaul, like a complete different kind of beast, and it's quite enjoyable. That particular beast. Okay. Wasn't it up here? Am I just mistaken? Actually, I could. Wrong button. Headed to the wolf. Oh no, right. The wolf for the south, isn't it? Ah, shit. My mistake. Well, we needed to get up here anyway for the product testing thing. This is the Royal Army base, placed in fortress. Civilian access is prohibited. I insist that you leave this area immediately. What's your problem? Do you want to get arrested? You can't threaten me. This area is calling with our secret intelligence forces. Crap. Afraid I must ask you to vacate the premises. You build a fortress and you have a moat. I'm assuming that at some point in the past this was, you know, a normal castle or something, and they built surrounded by a moat, and they just, you know, replaced the building at some point with something more modern and more steel and concrete than, you know, stone and mortar or something. I mean, I don't really know what sort of stone I'm thinking about, but some limestone maybe? I don't know. Which would be the normal building material here. Considering how freaking bloody monstrously detailed this world is actually set up to be, I wouldn't even be surprised if somebody were to come along and be like, yes, we have a clear-cut vision of what sort of fucking stone they're using. Would you be surprised? I wouldn't be surprised. They're writing stories like, you know, nobody's business. In a grand fashion, mind you. Yeah, while we are running around and doing all the nonsense, let me actually talk about this. I kind of mentioned that before, but I had some baked vegetables. Actually, it's a pretty nice way of doing things if you have stuff left. I had some, you know, potatoes and some sweet potatoes around, and I was like, I can't be asked to do anything too complex here. So I just, you know, wrapped them in aluminium foil and baked them for a bit. Then a few sauces and bam, food. Very nice. Very easy, but very nice. Can highly recommend. Bum, 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 bum. Now, because I kinda remember that the yeah, that's the way to roll for. I can kinda remember that the fight that breaks out on you're helping the vehicle is a pain in the ass. And so it's probably a good idea to save beforehand. I don't know just precisely where that was. I think it's somewhere pretty close to the road. Let's actually make a save here and go like, safety first, safety first. I think it's to the south actually, when you follow the road. Good thing is we don't really need to walk around because we already walked around. Yeah, there it is. Oh, why not? I'm guessing it's broken. Yeah, looks like it. This would have to happen in the middle of nowhere like this. Hey, what happened? Looks like you're in a bit of a pickle here. Hey, wait, you're still Joshua, right? Good afternoon. It's good to see you again. You know these two. Yeah, they're fellow bracers. Well, we're still in training. So, what brings you here? We're on an escort mission at the moment. Hey, I have to go to Elmo. So I asked Estelle and Joshua if they'd come with me. Hey, I gotta get a good look at you. You're a teacher, right? Are you on another errand for the old prof? Must be tough being that guy's gopher. So, what happened here? You guys seem to be in a bit of a jam. Well, I'm afraid so. I was escorting this transport vehicle to the old fort, but we only got this far before it broke down. I think the problem's in the orbital engine. It started rattling, and then before we knew it, well, here we are. Oh man, this stinks. Wait a second. Yes, a request up on the bulletin board about searching for a Hornet vehicle. We think that might have been about Tong's transport job. No doubt about it. Well, at least the guild knows about us. Yeah, but your orbital engine's a wreck. Unless I miss my guess, you're gonna have to replace all your internal motivator orbits. Can't fix it. The core of an orbital engine is a super delicate machine. Would need a professional technician to give that kind of complete overhaul. It just can't be done with simple tools. I understand. But there's no way we'll get it repaired outdoors. What's wrong? See for yourself. Oh shit, it's rabbits. Armored rabbits. What's that? Look up. Boom. Oh, stay back, Bruno. Okay. Oh shit, there are more of them. Crap, there's more of them. Oh, you handle the ones back there. I'll take care of these. Alright. Alright, let's show these things we're boss. We indeed boss. We big boss. Actually, I'm boss man. I am pretty damn well sure that we can do well here. Damn. Take this fucking rabbit. Has become excited. That's not good. Means we're gonna get mated, doesn't it? In some way or another. Well, if you think about it, yes, that is precisely the only thing that, you know, rabbits are most definitively famous for. Their ability to mate, and mate some more. Okay. Hippity hoppity. I named something. I don't know, I wanted to go with this and well, that's just how it is, I guess. White Johanna, bitches. Well, poor little Tita is going to be very much leveling up if this continues. Yeah, it should be one of them. Yeah, we got him. Yeah, thank goodness. Indeed, had no casualties. Oh man, my life flashed in front of my eyes. Now, we're okay, but what comes next? Good question. I think our first priority should be to get our vehicle moving again. We can't repair it, can we? It sure won't be easy. Which means that our only option is to change out the parts. The manager of the transport vehicles is Prometheus from the central factory. He'd probably know where we can get the replacement parts we need. We'd have to go all the way back to Zeiss for that. Yeah, I just don't know. What do you think, Bruno? Back to Zeiss then? Probably won't do any good, but I want to try getting it to start for a little bit. When it starts, we're golden. Not back to Zeiss we go. That works. Gotta stick with it, huh? You know me. So I guess it means that we're going to try holding out a bit longer. That's fine, just be careful, okay? Don't worry about us. Things start to look too risky, we're heading straight back to town. You watch yourself on the way to Elmo, okay, Tita? I will. If you get a chance, let Prometheus know what's up, okay? I'm pretty sure he's in Central Factory, 3rd floor design room. Okay, we'll see you later. Take care. We're going to stay out here for a little longer. Good luck. We've got some time. I wonder if you could get in touch with Prometheus. He should be in operations on the third floor of the central factory. We can and we will, but first we're going to go to Wolf Fort to get that out of the way. I think that's actually the only other place here. Yeah. Apart from that, there's only Elmo. Most travelers coming through here are merchants moving between Libel and the Republic. Maybe transit ships will travel between us. Using them is pretty expensive. A large number of people cross the border on foot. This area is full of people who moved from the Republic. Dagobah from the Rufus, he's from the Republic. Preferred if he were able to live in peace with the Republic, side by side. I'm from the Republic myself. Maybe that figures into the karma that pushes me into this old lump of a bar. Some life, right? My younger days, I wanted to be a big shot Zeptium trader, built up my own harem. But yeah, I'm running this old hole-in-the-wall bar. Regrets though. Just slight regrets. This chief warrant officer pays lunchtime, don't you know? That's why he's downstairs right now. I'm not goofing off. I'll cross all the T's and dot all D's. Well, guess somebody has to do the pencil pusher. Sniffle? Sniffle. Sir! Faye, forgive me! Can I just say that out loud? You were shouting at the top of your lungs. Yeah, crying gently. Faye, forgive me! Crap, I've said a name. Faye. Why does this name ring a bell? Faye. Maybe it's the girl in the factory basement. Oh yeah, a girl who got the gas tank for us. That was it. Blue collar type. Wait, you know my Faye? Yeah, she helped us finish up an assignment earlier. We're bracers. Bracers. That's perfect. Do you have a request for us? Yes, it's just a personal errand, but I want you to do a job for me. Would now be a good time. Well, we'll help if we can. But first, I want to know what it is you want us to do. Right, I want you to deliver a letter to Faye for me. She and I were seeing each other, and it's kind of a rough patch. We ended up breaking up recently. I want to make it up to her, that's why I wrote a letter. Could I persuade you to deliver the letter for me? Just whenever your work takes you to Zeiss. Well, shouldn't be a big deal. Yeah, what do you think, Joshua? Fine by me. We're not in any rush, so sure. Really, that's great. I have it right here. Please take care of it. Of course we will. That's steering a woman's emotions with a letter can be kinda tough. Isn't it true? Really? I really don't think it's our place to offer advice on this, Estelle. Oh, don't worry about it. It's good to get a female perspective sometimes. Oh, a letter alone won't do it, huh? Probably not. Oh, I know. How about some kind of gift? Great idea, but I didn't get anything to give her. Damn it, I can't just go shopping while I'm on duty. That's true. I hate to ask, but could I ask you to get you to pick up something to go along with the letter? Huh? You want us to go gift shopping for you. Right, you can buy something in Zeiss. Get the gift and deliver it to her along with the letter. Well, I don't have a problem with it. But kind of a big responsibility. I'm sure we're up to the task. She's usually in her work clothes, working with all that loud machinery. Really want to get her something cute. I'll speak to her feminine side. Something cute. Like a stuffed animal. I think that'd be kind of babyish for her. Okay, something cute. I'll go ahead and give you some money to cover the cost. It's not much right now, but please get something for, well, 1,000 mirror is 1,000 mirror, I guess. Will do. So, we'll accept your request, but just buy a gift in Zeiss. Are you sure you want to leave it up to us? Yes, I think it'll work out. Thank you for this, really. Yeah, well, no problem. Leave it to you then. Good luck. Oh yeah, I think we need I think I actually have them already in my inventory. Any reports of negligence on the soldiers' parts is the chief's responsibility. One chief officer Pace doesn't reprimand the troops because of his laissez-faire attitude. I tried to bring it up with him, but I was told my thoughts would be dully noted. Well, the responsibility is his to shoulder. Can't do anything more than that. My unofficial opinion that the chief should reassess his line of thinking. In the end, he is the one to assume responsibility. And that's right. Correct. So the military works usually. The higher in the hierarchy you are, the more responsibility falls on your shoulders, but that also means that you get the freedom to choose a bit more. Really. Not it. Let us walk all the way back to the central factory. I mean, we need to go there anyway to, you know, make sure we get the parts. So that we can repair that thing, because of course we're not going to abandon our good friend Wong down there, going all aware of all of this nonsense happening. And it's just right away, yeah. Not completely idiot. Good, that's a good start. Being a little rebel again. Wait. No, actually, I should have it in my inventory. And let's see if I actually have. Where even would I wear that? Woolly knit hat. A cute, fluffy yarn cap. A great gift for a young girl. See? Preparations are key. Hello, Faye. Phew. Hey, do you have a minute? Huh? What is it? I've got a letter for you. Here you go. Send it over the letter to Faye. Right, is this from Private Bram at Wolford? Yeah. Okay, now's the perfect time to give her the gift. Work gloves, woolly knit hat. Yeah, this is a present to go with it. Hand it over a woolly knit hat. Oh, how cute. I see now, finally. I know he still thinks about me. I just wish we'd come sooner. I'm sorry. Thank you for taking the time to deliver it to me. Well, I should get back to work. Sure. See you later. Quest Messenger of Love completed. Thanks for the delivery. I really appreciate it. Need to get back to work. Think about it. I mean, that guy kinda, you know, paid good money to get you stuff delivered. Alright, we need to go up to the third floor and talk with the guy. It's you, isn't it? Excuse me, do you have a moment? Your name is Prometheus, right? Hey, that's me. What can I do for you? I just need a few minutes of your time. We're actually looking for a vehicular orbital engine. We were told that you were the man to ask. Well, let me think. Sorry, but I have the foggiest notion. Huh? What do you mean? But we heard that you were in charge of vehicles. Aye, but that was years long past. I carry out the task, but I switch duties from time to time. In other words, I'm not exactly who you'd need to talk to, but it's not me, I'm very sorry. Well, crap. Is that all? I have a lot to get done. Sorry for taking up your time. Excuse me then. I don't like this. It was supposed to be a nice, easy task. What deed we could do with almost no trouble. I'm sorry. I wish I could be more help. Hey, it's no big deal. We just have to find some other means of getting what we need, even if the train has gone a little cold. And what that means? Speaking of which, you have an idea. Well, maybe. What about that, you know, chapel thing? You mean the capital? Yes, we do. That's one. Didn't you have some information in it about haunted vehicles? It's a good thought. If we take another look at the capital, we could probably find some useful info. Let's go ahead and check it out. Okay. We should. Intro factory, universal related topics, haulage vehicle, entry haulage vehicle, yada yada, wheeled vehicle, open powered vehicle, owner no data, repository, underground factory entrance. Hey, really, I'm just no good. Okay, what's with the long face? No, I just that my superior is kinda peeved at me, my very beautiful superior. Oh, did you want something? Yeah, I just needed to ask a question. We're looking for a small Opel engine, the kind that fits into a haulage vehicle. This looks like the right place to find one. Do you know specifically where we should look? An allotment for a haulage vehicle, eh? And what are you planning to do with it? There's a vehicle up the road that's broken down. Looks like the Opel engine is the source of the problem. Okay, no problem. If you're just looking to swap it out then, it shouldn't be too difficult. Here you go. It's the only one I've got, so make sure you don't lose it along the way. Oh, drive orbit. Nice. Thank you. Okay, let's take this over to Wong. They're probably still on the Trat Plains Road. Yeah, probably. You folks be careful too. We will. Thank you very much. You should excuse us then. Really, really enjoyable little game, isn't it? Surprisingly. All the time. How are we gonna do this? Right, I'm thinking about it because I kinda want to finish all of the side quests, which includes the product testing thing. Just if I can actually enter Elmo Village without complete the friggin' event. I think you need to actually go into the inn to get started on the actual main quest, so I don't really think we should be bothered by it. How do you do it? Should, could, would, of course, always nice words, but that's what safe games are made for. Hello, people! Hey, how is it going? Not good. Welcome back. I don't suppose you found us a replacement engine, did you? We sure did. Sorry we took so long. No, really, it's a huge relief. I tried everything I could think of to get this thing started. It was all for nothing. You were just about ready to give up and return to Zeiss. Really? Well, we made it just in time then. Let's go ahead and get the vehicle fixed. Yeah. We'll have the Opel engine swapped out in a flash. Little Peter, go for it. I'll help. Well, I guess Tita's probably more than enough to get that done and over. And there we go. Let's give her a whirl. Yep, he's good to go. Nice, we can finally get that cargo moved. Oliver must have trained you. Young enough to still be going to Sunday school. You're amazing with machines. Oh, we're gonna get out of here. You guys be careful. We will. We'll talk again. Thank you for the help. Take care. Nice. We got another one sorted out. Diddle-dum-dum, haulage, vehicle repair. Now let's get to the fort and actually talk to the people that have arrived at our lost rock Mr. Private. If they have anything new to say. Then we're gonna move down to Elmo Village, and I hope it's not binding me then to that place, because I kind of want to go back and, you know, get shit done basically. Hi guys, you really helped out back there. Thanks a bunch. Glad you were able to make it to the garrison. No problem, Wong. Hey there, aren't you going to Elmo? We're on our way right now. I see. Well, watch yourselves. Hey guys, did you deliver the letter? We sure did. And the present too. Great, thanks. I wonder if she's reading it right now. It's kind of unnerving. Think about Faye getting that letter. I get nervous and I can't stop yawning. Yawn. Yes, I must be thinking about a woman because I'm yawning. No, it's kind of because this week has been rather tiring. Actually, it reminds me, I kind of forgot to mention it, but I have actually a bit special once again for the weekend prepared. I don't yet know how much of a version I can actually apply it, but I kind of want to play some old school black and white 1 and 2. And as such, I have actually, you know, gone through the necessary troublesome sort of setting it up. Oh, nice and dandy. Because those games are really cool. I mean, Black and White 1 is a pretty cool god simulation as far as things go. Especially with the creature system. So it's pretty well made, and Black and White 2 is just, generally speaking, pretty fun, honestly. Wow, so this is Elmo, huh? I like it. Feels homey. What's that smell? Joshua, did you... No, that's just the sulfur from the water. I guess that's just what happens when the water pours out of the hot springs, huh? Really? Smells like someone left decks out in the sun for a year. Well, if I hold my breath, it's not so bad, I guess. It's not as strong as usual, though. There's hardly any steam coming out. Maybe it's tied to the pump breaking down. But I'll go ahead and see about fixing it. The key to the pump shed is back at the inn. Mrs. Mao has it. We'll have to get that first. No problem. To the inn we go. Just little less tell. Please, did you listen to me? When I said that we would finish all of the side quests today and not the main quests. I do like it. We're getting back into the groove of, you know, actually finishing one part at a time. Basically one conversation. So I think you actually get stuck in Elmo for a while. So actually let's finish that side quests, and yeah man, it has been a bit of a side quest episode, I will admit that much, to be fair, but you know, that is also kinda enjoyable. Also gave me an opportunity to talk about, you know, baked potatoes, and I wouldn't be a German if I wouldn't enjoy talking about potatoes in general, let alone baked potatoes. Where was that guy? On the first floor. Fourth floor. And in here. Okay, let's actually... should we go back to walk around and therefore... Let's actually make a save game here, because one of the game is actually has recognized all of the places I was, and we're gonna find that out, sadly enough. So then, test reports. Hey there, Terry. Oh, we've done plenty of walking. Yeah, thank you. You'll just let me examine the shoes for a moment. Impressive. The soles are extremely worn down. Looks like it's poor materials in its making. Yes, I call the test a huge success. Phew, that's a relief. I was already going to say that you needed us to do more walking. Thank goodness. So there was no problems. No sudden slips or the material going rigid? Nope. It went all fine. I fit great and was comfortable as a worn-out old pair of shoes. True traders, through and through. Yes, you're a big fan of this trader brand. Perhaps I should give you a gift then. Since you exceeded my expectations in the test, I'll give you an equivalent bonus. Received. Better. Trigger. Like a bit alpha, when you put it in sentences like this, it's kind of, you know, it sounds like a fucking sound effect, doesn't it? Yeah, that is what I think they are. A reference copy of a new product line. Hasn't been announced yet, but they should be available in stores soon. Are you sure it's okay for us to have these? Yes, I've already passed this phase of development. I don't need them anymore. Rather they be on the feet of someone who can appreciate their true value. Wow, thank you. We got 12 with development and get a brand new pair of pre-production sneakers on the process. Best job ever. Well, that's debatable. I'd rather get a million Mira, but, well, to each their own. My sentiments exactly. Thanks to your efforts in testing, my research results are sure to be certified. Good luck with your work. Yeah, I can't wait to see the next new product. Yes, I'll be reporting these results to my boss right away. Thanks for everything. See you later. Nice, I think we have done all of them. Thanks for your hard work, you guys really helped me out. Take care, you guys. Okay, I think we have actually finished all the side quests. To be fair, I'm really looking forward to, you know, working a bit more on after schedule again, because this really throws me off. Usually I have a pretty good internal clock. My internal clock is like, okay, you have played like, you know, round about 1.5 hours, and so I'm expecting a certain, you know, time to be. Then I look down, I've seen that's a different time. That confuses the shit out of me. Yes, we have them all. Now we should get all the stuff. Repair is 5, that's nice. Then product testing +2. That should be the bonus for the extra locations we managed to get to. Potent ingredient. The Smoker's Revolt. And Messenger of Love. 2 +4. Oh yeah, because we have the right gift actually. And the Ritter Monster is 5. Which means, yes, 2nd class. Oh yeah, the Grey Locket. Ah, that's nice. I'll show you that item, because that is actually a very, very fucking awesome item. Welcome back. Looks like you finished your job. If you play any other contracts, make sure you come here to report it. There's nothing else to report now, is there? Everything's reported. Equipment is still. There it is. Prevents all abnormal stages, except KO. You know what that means? One of these replaces every else as a thing. Tear anklet, skull pendant, as a brooch legs, all of this nonsense. You don't need shit. Because this one little thing takes care of all of that. Bam. You will never put that off again. It will stay on Estelle until the day she dies, probably. But literally, because why would you? The only other thing you now want to do, basically, is either use one of the talismans here to change her attacks into, you know, elemental based, or use something like the workload stuff to get her some extra defense, basically. Also the problem is you can only get, I think, one of them, if memory serves. Yes, right. You can only get one Grey Locket per playthrough, and as such you are kinda, you know, kinda screwed. Now, as you can see, we can have a max amount of 4 people in our party at the same time. Which means that to get everyone one Grey Locket and make them basically invincible to any sort of statues alignment, you would need to play 4 times through this game. Honestly, not a bad choice, as far as games are concerned. And now I'm starting to remember 2 things. A, I need to write a fucking email later on, and B, I will need to eat the last of the potatoes. Baked potatoes is such an easy meal, but it's really, really satisfying. All you're really doing is basically you take, well, in my case, some potatoes and some sweet potatoes, and you know, wrap them in aluminium foil, and then you bake them. Takes a bit of fine-tuning depending on what sort of oven you have, but you know, a bit of a difference in time too, because, well, potato and sweet potato are not the same thing. But after you're done with that, you get a very nice free meal. Some people around here prefer just to eat them with the potatoes with sour cream. Personally find that a bit boring, so I now kind of change things up a bit. But generally speaking, yeah, not a bad choice at all. Oops, wrong button. Oh, we have all of this done. As I kind of said, this was the episode where we're going to go do all of the side questing, because that gives me an opportunity to talk, and since I kind of have to screw over my own schedule anyway in the moment, good opportunity, isn't it? Not. The problem is I kinda want to have Joshua at max CP2. I also think you actually want to unequip stuff from Tita in Hello Village for good reasoning. Okay, so we're going to train him up while we're going down, and I will... Because I don't think I can actually reasonably play much longer, so I'm kind of giving you the overview of what we have done so far. Well, we finished all the side quests, we got to talk with all of the people after all of this nonsense, and... Well, we're still basically on our main mission to bring Tita down to Elmo Village and, well, repair that pump. But of course, that also meant that we had an assload of new side quests, and, well, those are now done, so next episode will actually be a main story episode. Which also means, of course, that my dear little characters will be talking an assload with each other, and I will have to somewhat accommodate that voice-wise. Well, I'm trying. Generally speaking, not intended as more than just an indication of who's speaking for those who might, you know, not be watching. Well, basically who enjoy live streams like I do by listening to them. Because, well, they're basically my background music. What can I say? I have to do my work, but it doesn't mean I have to do it in absolute silence, you know? Which means I am rather pleased when people actually take, you know, decent amount of effort to make sure that, you know, some listener instead of a actual viewer would also get some indication out of that. Don't worry, I will not ever try to get into the, you know, what even is that scene called? I don't even know. Voice actor, I suppose? Business? I don't think I have a talent for that. To be very fair with you, but, well, we can't all be, you know, good at everything. I'm totally okay with it, actually. Well, other things aside, this was actually a rather nice and peaceful episode. All of these side quests are done. Some monster slaying, some running around and protesting, since in order to test the Strega boots anyway, we had to walk through every place, which is ideal, honestly, for people like me who like to, you know, talk with people. I think during my very first playtime, this was probably around the time when I actually ended up going like, ah, wait a second, people have so much different dialogue now. That became really, really obvious because you kind of had to revisit the places that you were in before, most likely, because, well, you know, usually you go exploring first and start doing shit after that, so you understand. Just a bit more for the CP build-up. Yeah, I actually came to an interesting realization recently, and that is for, well, at least a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 to be a bit more precise, I've been like, well, let's look forward to the weekend because I will finally have some, yeah, playtime. Turns out I never actually got around to having nearly as much playtime as I wanted. I had a bit more, but a bit more than a, you know, an hour or 2 is not really much in any way, shape or form. I'm still kind of hoping that this weekend is going to be different, but honestly, you know how I personally think about, you know, making promises I can't keep. No promises are made, but the hope doesn't die that easy, let's just say. I kind of would like to take some extra time because I actually have something a bit special planned out. A bit of a jewel that I hope I can get to run, which is, I don't know if you're knowing it, but the original Black and White 1 and 2. By none other than Peter Molyneux when he was, you know, a very, 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 very big name. People quite literally would have given that man, well, everything. Including the firstborn child in order to make him make game. That's just how fucking good he was. It's not just saying, you know, it might sound like I'm dissing on the poor man, but I'm actually not. That's just quite precisely just how pretty much it was. But he had a very interesting work ethic, so to speak. And that, you know, is the kind of creator that you really need to take, basically, you need to chain him down and you need to say no to him a lot. Because if you don't, then he will make the project so fucking big that nobody ever could ever pay for it. Yeah, that's precisely what happens. He ruined himself quite quite a while, but the games he has produced, or well, that he was involved with, in this case particular Black and White 1 and 2, are actually very, very fun games. I hope Connie is inviting them to see the store. Boy, Quante is a light-hearted young man. He takes after my late wife. That's nice, I suppose. But yeah, there's that. Recipe... actually I get a nice little overview there, like recipe not learned. That's good to know. I never really realized that. Assuming that was always there, I just never looked up there. Some bloody fucking reason. Yeah. How many recipes am I actually missing? Oh, we're actually getting really, really close to the end here. And again, the cool thing about this is, even if you, let's say you miss one, like this one here, right, in this drawer. I could have very well missed this one. The whole system in Trails games is actually set up in a very nice way that allow you to come back later on and do a new game. Plus, you take all of your shit with you, you have nothing to worry about. Just very, very relaxed, repeat. But yeah. We shall take the break here. But yeah, I'm probably going to talk a bit about that more on Saturday, if I get the thing to work. I mean, Black and White 2 kinda works. Not with the normal mode I use to capture it, but if the other one that works, so there's that. And then there's Black and White 1, who just... it's a very old game, and I have a very, comparatively speaking, modern machine, which do not work well together, let's just say. Oh boy, not at all actually. But I can't change that. Hope I will get it to work. We're either going to just play some Black and White 2, or we're going to start with Black and White 1, playing that for a bit, and then change. Because honestly, while I do enjoy Black and White 1, it's special, let's just say. Just starting by the controls and going from there. It's cool, it's fun. Not really something I would, you know, play for hours on end if I'm not getting, you know, really into the zone, but it's a cool start. Black and White 2 with its story and going for the added elements of good and evil and stuff like that. It's kinda nice. Really is. I remember some details about it, but actually, I don't even know. Maybe we're actually for once going to play a, you know, a really evil god and sacrificing people and stuff like this. Just because we can, basically. So I'm having some fun and going all military and monster-like and training. Who knows? It is fun. Peter Molyneux, that's a name. Really a name people should remember, because, well, he had a certain greatness to him and is showing in his creations, but man really wanted to reach the stars and grab them one by one from the heavens, drag them down, give them a, for his personal view, I guess, more pleasing shape, and, well, then offer that to the people. Doesn't work well, let's just say. Costs a lot of money, surprisingly enough. But yeah, first things first, tomorrow is, of course, Friday, which means a Pillars Day. I will be around. I'm still kinda trying to figure out how to move on foot, basically, and with public transportation it's a bit sucky, because tomorrow I actually have, you know, you might remember I have a school day once a week, and that is tomorrow, so I have to get to school now without a car, which is, considering where that thing is located, a bit of a pain. Well, let's see how this nonsense plays out, but since I can't change that anyway, you know, complaining about it too much is not going to help me, not really at least. But yeah, you got a bit of an extra playtime. I actually, for once, was kind of happy starting a bit earlier, because it, well, halfway through I kind of decided to do a bit more, because honestly, I really just want to sit down and play some games and ramble on. But the timing does not really allow for that much. You know, I'm actually taking, practically speaking, I'm taking some time out of my sleep schedule right now just to, you know, play a bit more and to ramble a bit more, but yeah, school is nonsense. It's just a school day. I mean, school just means I need to go there, I need to sit there and basically just listen and write stuff down. It's not really a hard job now, is it? Compared to a normal day at the store, for example, yeah, That's fucking easy. Just the simple fact that I can actually sit down for most of the time. Then there's the, one school hour is basically just 45 minutes long, and then we actually have a break. Do you know what I would give in the store if I could take a break every fucking 45 minutes? Jesus fucking Christ. Even if it's just a 5-minute break, just having that regularly is pretty sweet. Well, but yeah, there you have it. There's that. So, I will probably actually be somewhat on time tomorrow with the Pillars of Eternity. I'm actually looking forward to it because we are getting really, really close to the end there. And, well, to the end of the White Marches anyway, and to the end of the first Pillars of Eternity. I, well, will reveal basically now in this little absolutely unrelated segue. Yes, I will probably play the second Pillars of Eternity 2. It's a bit of a bitch when it comes to loading times. I have recently replayed a bit of it in the... Even on my system, and my system is really, really over the top for what Pillars of Eternity asks for. It still takes sometimes up to a minute to loading time. Which is annoying, but not a problem if you're like me and you like to ramble like an idiot, and just gives you a bit of extra time, basically. So there's that. Something to look forward to. Always nice. And as I said, yeah, Saturday we will try our hand at this. If I can get it to run, actually. If not, well, not much of a sweat anyway, because then we can play some more Drakengard. Which is also going to be, well, a rather long journey. Still. If you think, the fact that we're murdering sisters left, right, and center is indicative that we're almost at the end. No. This is Yoko Taro game. You know there's going to be multiple timelines, multiple revisitings of the different aspects with new details coming to light, and all of the good nonsense. You also will finally find out what little Yona was talking about when she was like, well, a mysterious merchant named Eckhart was visiting us. Because for the moment we haven't really seen her, we have only read her little note at the store be going like, I'll be gone downstairs please, basically. And yeah, we'll meet her in person. Sooner or later. But yeah, for the moment, I will have to bid you adieu. Now, I'm feeling rather sad about it myself, because honestly, the next part is actually pretty nice and relaxing. Also, I guess I can then name the next episode Hot Spring episode. You'd be surprised just how much fun I sometimes have with naming episodes, Sometimes it's really difficult because I don't have a clear-cut vision, but sometimes it's just, you can use a trope or something, and some people might be like, well, that's clickbaity as hell, isn't it? And I'm sitting like, actually, no, it's not necessarily that. I just do it for, my own personal amusement most of the time. You're like, I find funny. Well, if other people find it funny too, yeah, can't really forbid him that, That's really not an option. But yeah, for the moment, I shall bid you adieu. Have a good one and all of that, and yeah, I've already told you when and how and what will be in the next few days, hopefully. So, thanks for dropping by. It is always very much appreciated. Actually, especially these times, when the stress of life gets you down, and you can then just sit down in the evening and it's okay to like a ramble like an idiot. That's kind of refreshing in a strange way. Interesting how that works. But yeah, there's that. Quite nice, actually. And, well, at some point I also kind of, need to do some, I'm actually thinking, I don't think I ever finished the campaign in, Age of Empires 3. Kind of thinking about doing maybe that at some point. And of course, redeeming myself against the, AI at some point. Maybe just reducing the difficulty back again so I can actually, talk and relax and not just focus. Because, well, yesterday what we achieved, basically we had a stand still, basically, a draw. A no side win. Now, in the end, what that means is that it gives you enough time to build up your economy. You could have, built up a lot more estates and a lot more farms and, up the production. And probably would have won in the long run. But, that would have taken like half an hour at least, not an hour. That was not the sort of time I had on my hands, to put it mildly. But yeah, I don't think there's much more to say, so without much further ado, let us end it here, and Well, yeah, have a good one. I shall be back, as I said, tomorrow with the usual Friday fillers of Eternity stream, and, well, we'll then see what to play. Actually, maybe I'll try it on Saturday, and if it works, maybe we're gonna put Black and White on Sunday. Because technically speaking, the Saturday is for Eastern, according to my scheduling at least. But then again, you know, this week and the last week my scheduling hasn't really held up anyway, so I don't really want to, you know. Also, you know, just in case you now need some desperate advice for the cooking arts, get yourself some potatoes, big potatoes, some sweet potatoes, put them in aluminium foil, put them in the oven, and get yourself some nice baked vegetables. Very good, very easy to make, and with just a bit of, you know, you can put some balsamico sauce or something on it, or hell, even some vinegar-based sauce can be pretty sweet on some of those things, on potatoes too. But you know, you can also take stuff like tomatoes and bake them. Very good, very easy to make, and doesn't cost much around here. Also, very tasty. Tasty. But yeah, once again, I kinda jump all over the place apparently these days, but that's not really a bad thing. That's honestly a sign that I'm kinda calming down after all of the nonsense. So yeah. Bye bye for the moment, and well, hope to see you soon. As in tomorrow.